Yeah, we got a clip countdown today. All right, you guys, welcome to yet another week, yet another Nymn's News Network. And now on YouTube, youtube.com/Nymnian. If you're watching this on YouTube, what is the best ice cream flavor? New flavor week, flavor question every week. Anyway, you guys, this is my weekly recap that I do when we talk about things that took place since the last Nymn's News Network, things we care about, things we don't care about, and everything in between. So strap in, strap on, grab yourself a beverage. I hope you will enjoy it. Like I said, we got a clip countdown this week. We only do them once a month now, so it's a special opportunity. Let's start right away. No time to waste. You know what's been wasting time? These guys. 2 years after the very peculiar decision to drop the HBO from HBO Max, Warner Brothers Discovery is now reversing course again. So 2023, they rebranded to just Max, and the goal here was to unify HBO and Discovery content, which would then broaden the appeal of the platform. But the move simply diluted the strong brand identity that is HBO. A lot of people associate HBO with very, very quality content, and now they just dropped that, led to consumer confusion and a lot of online mockery. Now the company has finally recognized this misstep, and they have announced a return to the HBO Max branding. The CEO's name is David Zaslav, and he acknowledged this change. Here's what he said. He said, "Today we're bringing back HBO, the brand that represents the highest quality in media, to further accelerate that growth in the years to come." In a nod to this rebranding saga, Max's X account updated their bio to "These rebrands are trying to murder me," which is of course a reference to hit series White Lotus on HBO. You can officially expect Max to be called HBO Max again next month. So speaking of bad company decisions, let's talk Tekken 8 real fast. Season 2 of Tekken 8 has had a very rough start, and the fans have not been very happy at all. The update was launched in early April, and they introduced major gameplay changes with it, including new moves and buffs that completely disrupted the balance of the characters, and especially the throw system was changed in a not so popular way. Huge backlash came from the community because of this. The game director Katsuhiro Harada has responded by explaining that these issues stemmed from a recent restructuring of the balancing team. They had brought in new members. And so to address this backlash now, they have replaced all of these newcomers with members of the original team. We got another company flip-flopping back and forth here. One of the key figures that is returning is Kohei Ikeda. He's also known as Nakatsu, and he is a longtime Tekken veteran. He worked on Tekken 7 and Tag Tournament 2, and Harada says that he, Nakatsu, now has the final say on all the balancing decisions. So surely this means that the game is gonna get back on track. Right, guys? Let's go to Greece for our next story, which is very, very interesting. A woman in Greece believes that her husband cheated on her, and she figured this out thanks to ChatGPT. Here's what she did. She took coffee cups that her husband had been drinking from, and then she took a picture of them and she showed them to ChatGPT, asking ChatGPT to read the leftovers of the ground coffee. This is a type of fortune reading you guys might have heard about. Tasseography, it's called. So she uploaded a couple of photos of her husband's empty coffee cups, told ChatGPT, or rather ChatGPT told her that her husband was either thinking about cheating or he was already involved with a woman whose name apparently starts with E. So ChatGPT even knew the initial of the woman he was having an affair with. Despite how strange this, of course, all sounds, she took it seriously, so serious that she asked her husband to leave. She told her kids that they were divorcing, and she even contacted a lawyer. Husband says he thought it was nonsense, but then 3 days later, he was officially served divorce papers. He's now trying to fight this divorce, and his lawyer is arguing that the claims made by ChatGPT have no legal standing, shocking, and he is innocent until proven otherwise. There's a new consumable item coming to Marvel Rivals, and it's making players quite upset. It's called the Chrono Shield card, and what it does is it lets players, never heard about this before, it lets players avoid losing ranked points if they lose a ranked game. That's right. People are now worried that this item is going to be causing server-wide rank inflation, making it far too easy for low-ranked players to climb unfairly. You can earn a few of these cards in the new Galacta gift event, but since the max is 20, people are fearing that they are going to become paid items in the future. NetEase is saying that they only work for gold rank and below, but that has not stopped people from being upset about it. Players are pointing out just how easy it will be to abuse the system, throw a bunch of games with no punishment, and still climb the ladder. Kind of shocking news, but also so bizarre we had to bring it up. A South Carolina man named Eric Slate was found dead with multiple blunt force injuries inside the kangaroo and wallaby enclosure at his brother's petting zoo. And what they are suspecting is a 4-year-old kangaroo named Jack, that he is the guy behind this. They found Eric about 11 p.m. His brother found him, and an autopsy has been ordered to determine if it was Jack or not. But apparently, Eric reportedly liked to roughhouse with the kangaroo. You know, I think I have another picture here. Yeah, so he would basically play and fight and wrestle with this kangaroo. His brother doesn't think that any of the animals could have killed him. He said his clothes wouldn't have been intact. A long-time employee at the zoo also said that Jack is pretty chill, laid back, especially for a male kangaroo, and that he hadn't shown any unusual behavior in the 2 weeks he'd been on the property. But it sure looks like this might have been some wrestling going on behind closed doors. Apple is working on a new big accessibility feature. It will let users control their iPhones with their brain, but they will need a brain implant to do it. That's right, they've teamed up with a company called Synchron, which makes a special device that gets implanted in a vein near the brain's motor cortex. This is some Black Mirror type of stuff. It could help people with a severe condition, though, like ALS or spinal cord injuries. It could let them control Apple devices like the iPhone, the iPad, or the Vision Pro. Not sure who uses that. But right now, it's still in its early stages. The trials are set to begin in later in 2025. But there is one man with ALS. His name is Mark Jackson. He already has this implant, and he's been testing it with the Apple Vision Pro. He says he can't use the tech to mimic moving a mouse cursor or touching a screen with his fingers. So navigation of the device is much slower than if he were to use them normally. There might just be a new law coming to the US that will effectively ban all forms of porn. Comes from this guy showing off his pee-pee size. This is Senator Mike Lee. He's a Republican from Utah and a supporter of Trump. He just introduced the Interstate Obscenity Definition Act. Basically, it tries to redefine what counts as obscene in a way that would make almost all pornography illegal nationwide. This law would criminalize any visual content that appeals to the P-R-U-R-I-E-N-T interests. I don't know what that word means. Means pretty much any sexual imagery at all, even the softcore stuff. Critics are saying that the definition is so vague that it could even ban media like Game of Thrones or Cyberpunk. This is pushing the lines up with a bigger plan from the conservative think tank Heritage Foundation. That's the one that's called Project 25, which includes a goal to permanently criminalize porn and crack down on the people who make it or share it. He is saying that it's not about censorship, it's about protecting kids, it's for them kids, and addressing the way extreme porn spreads online. They haven't exactly said yet what the punishments would be for example, simply owning porn. Right now, it seems to be focusing on creators and distributors. Nymn, this would make Nymn's Eurovision stream illegal in the US. Aha! Ha 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 ha. All right, we're staying in the US here. A student at Northeastern University, Boston, found out her professor was using AI, and she was not happy about that. Her name is Ella Stapleton. She's a senior, and she noticed strange things in her business professor's lecture notes. It had typos and it had weird images. And so she realizes that her professor was using AI to generate content for the course. This guy's name was Rick Arrowwood, and he admitted to using ChatGPT, Perplexity AI, and an AI presentation tool that's called Gamma. Later, he said that he should have been more transparent, and he now believes that teachers need to be upfront about when and how they use AI. Surprise, surprise. That explanation was not enough for this one student. She filed a formal complaint and she asked for her tuition to be refunded. That's over $8,000 she's asking for. She's arguing that students are paying money to be taught by human experts, not AI. Northeastern University responded by saying they support responsible AI use, but that they require both students and staff to give a credit and double-check AI-generated content. And they also said that they will not be approving this refund request. Guys, we're gonna head out into the world and see what else is going on in this quirky earth that we all live on. Starting off then
Could you please clarify?
I can. Some students from the Purdue University, Indiana built a robot that can solve a Rubik's Cube in 0.1 seconds. It's called the Purduebics Cube, and it set a Guinness World Record for the fastest robot to solve a puzzle cube. Beat the previous record. The previous record was sitting at 0.3 seconds. And that record was set by Mitsubishi Electric engineers about this time last year. So pretty cool stuff by some students.
What's behind me right now is a team of Purdue undergraduate students who said, you know what, I think we can do better. And they did.
Oh my gosh. That's amazing.
All right, those who believe the Apple Vision Pro is wildly overpriced found some unexpected backup on this week's The Price is Right. So the contestants on The Price is Right were asked to guess the price of this headset, with the lowest guess coming in at $750 and the highest at only $1,270. Of course, the headset is actually worth $3,499. NASA's James Webb Space Telescope captured new images of Jupiter's auroras. Glowing light shows that the planet's poles are 100 times brighter than those on Earth. Telescope also revealed that they can flicker and shift in just seconds. That is because of charged particles from the sun and Jupiter's volcanic moon called Io that is slamming into the atmosphere of the planet. And an employee at a Philippine adventure park is here climbing a cable without any safety equipment in order to rescue a mother and her daughter. They were trapped on the bicycle cableway 15 meters above ground. A Mandarin Airlines flight was forced to turn back shortly after takeoff on Friday after a panel on one of the engines came loose. And as you can probably guess, everyone on board was scared shitless. But in the end, nobody got hurt. Crypto exchange Coinbase is now being blackmailed by hackers. They claim they have stolen sensitive customer data and they're demanding $20 million in ransom. But Coinbase is refusing to pay. They're estimated that resolving the incident could cost up to $400 million. So instead, what they did is they put a bounty on the hackers for the same amount. $20 million goes as a reward to anyone that can find these hackers, dead or alive.
And we're putting out a $20 million award for any information leading to the arrest and conviction of these attackers.
Check this one out then for our record of the week. This is RPM Raceway. It's in Long Island, New York, and they officially set the world record for the longest indoor multi-level go-kart track. This thing is over 1 kilometer, 1,071 meters. I want to go to there. Those were some of the things happening around the world this week. Let's head on back. Let's talk about Hideo Kojima for a bit. He's been yapping about things. He has been interviewed by a Japanese radio show called Koji 10, and he shared one of his wildest game ideas yet. Check it. It's a forgetting game, and if you take too long of a break from playing this game, your character will gradually forgetting critical skills in the game, like how to shoot, how to use abilities, or even how to remember they're going to forget about their job. Kojima said that the players would need to finish the game quickly or they would risk losing everything. He was joking that this idea was ultimately scrapped because people would have to take a week off of work or school just to play it. It was not the only time-based concept that he discussed either. Another idea involved a character aging in real time from childhood to old age with changing stats, speed, and vision. And so as the players grew older, they had to adapt their strategies accordingly. He also floated the idea of an idle game where, for example, players would wait for things like wine or cheese to mature over actual days. Isn't this sort of like how Animal Crossing works? Doesn't it do stuff like this? All three ideas were ultimately scrapped. In a separate interview with a magazine called Edge, Kojima revealed that a serious illness during the pandemic, along with turning 60, led him to reassess his life and his legacy. And he is worried about what's going to happen to Kojima Productions after his death, so he created a digital will, a USB stick that's containing all of his game ideas, which he then handed to his personal assistant. So according to him, this USB is going to ensure that Kojima Productions isn't bound by whatever its current IPs are once he's gone. So don't worry, chat. He's going to be there to blow our minds even after he has left this world. Let's do a couple of quickies, Nym's quickies, stories that don't deserve me going much in depth on, but are still worth bringing up. Speaking of quickies, let's start off by talking about Peacock. They have announced a new spin-off of The Office. Yeah, it's called The Papers. It's created by Greg Daniels and Michael Coleman. I think that's the original creators. And it's premiering this September. It's set in a struggling Toledo, as I pronounce it, newspaper. Same type of mockumentary style, and it's going to be starring, I think you can see some of them here, Domhnall Gleeson, Sabrina Impacciatore, and Oscar Nunez, who is Oscar from The Office. That's right. Oscar is played by Oscar. I wonder if Oscar is going to be playing Oscar in the new Office or if Oscar was only Oscar in the old Office. But I'm going to assume it's the character Oscar that's going to be in this new Office and still then played by Oscar. The next Mario title accidentally got announced in a now deleted press release for their upcoming films. Universal Studios accidentally confirmed that the current title for their next Mario movie will be Super Mario World. This is, of course, a reference to the 1990 Mario game that has the same name. All right, chat, let's do some clipping and some counting down, shall we? We interrupt this broadcast for some quick cat news. This is cat reporter Apollo reporting live from the scene. As always, dogs are terrible, and we need to make more catnip. If you don't know what the clip countdown is, it is a collection of clips from the past month. This is going to become clip of the year at the end of the year for my New Year's show. Number 10.
No, we're not drinking. We're staying catabolic.
My uncle passed away because of alcohol consumption.
So we can't drink.
Stay away from alcohol.
Your uncle passed away?
Yeah,
from too much drinking. Yeah. So we try to keep away the drinking.
Yeah, so now we only drink milk.
No video.
No, only me.
Nah, yeah. So only film
So no sex, no fuck.
Yeah.
no, I'm gay.
Yeah.
You gay?
Yeah, I have a boyfriend there.
Your boyfriend?
Yeah, I'm sorry, bro.
And
But have a good night.
Sexually frustrated as well.
Yeah.
So I might start like...
Yeah, gay.
Yeah, I'm merchant over.
Yeah.
He will never
Wow, that's crazy. Well, I think I know how he does it. Figured it out. Number 8.
How much were those eggs? I can't remember. Maybe like $8.
Number 7.
My mom was watching.
She was?
Yeah, she's like, oh my god, you guys are in such a great, beautiful place. I startled. Oh my god, something like this.
You okay?
I'm embarrassed.
Number 6 then.
What do you call fake spaghetti?
An impasta.
You're pathetic. Jump on my sword while you can.
Chill, bro, chill. Maybe just man.
Fall before me, Breton.
Oh no no. Nice.
What do you call fake spaghetti? An impasta.
Hey! Wah.
Wait.
Oh!
Wait, you hit it.
Did he?
Yes. Yeah, you did.
Up. Did you hit?
Yes, but it didn't blow up, bruh. Look. I skimmed it, that's why.
This piece of shit hit markers following me to
Hair
IRL.
marker. Oh my god, wait, oh my god.
IRL, bro. Back to back.
Respect.
Come on. Oh my god, the back to back.
Like serial digits, untraceable. Weed, booze, broads, always available, shapeable.
Uncle's cooking.
Civilized big thighs, don't try to change a banger. Evolving revolutions with the spin of a cyclone. No wild pitches, everything in the strike zone. Determined and defiant amongst the alleged giants. A
Good flow.
to David versus Goliath. Afro Marine kamikaze, ambush, hit you, trip you, flip and dismiss you. Blissful, upbeat, rhythm from the street league. Creep like a sneak creep, crack back, break teeth. At this juncture, I pop and puncture. Dump like a juncture, pop you in your bumpers. Wait a sec, air it out just like pores. Back up from the heat before you melt like smoke.
Dude.
This exact story.
He took my GoPro 8 or 9 into the water with him. Gone. And then he was like, I bought you a new one. I was like, he bought me a new one. I was like, oh, thanks, Felix. It was like GoPro 12 at that point. But he went and bought me the GoPro like 9. He replaced the one he'd broken. But he didn't buy me the nice brand new one.
I did not. That's so much. And you've been going around telling Connor this? You fucking bitch. I didn't have to replace
GoPro 10 went on.
Is that a wahoo?
Barracuda.
A barracuda.
Barracuda.
Can I get a picture with it? Northern barracuda. Yeah, just watch out for his teeth.
Watch out for his teeth.
Cut that one.
Okay, wait, let me.
Watch it. He bite you?
Yep. He bit me on the nose.
Wow, that's you all right?
Yeah, I'm good. He fucking bit me.
Say hi.
One. Okay, you wanna come here, Mom? Here.
There she is.
What are y'all talking about? That's my sister.
I know, I just want to get everyone's hopes up.
Why are y'all? Oh, okay, y'all need to get out now. Just everybody get out. Mom, I can see you.
G2A,
Saying hi, Mariah. I love you. Oh my God.
Hello, Miss Carrie.
Hi, Mrs. Carey.
37. Can y'all please get out, please? Us get out? Yes, please.
Hey, Mrs. Carey.
He's a bit embarrassed. Mom, I'm trying to stream.
Rocky, can we say hi?
No, Junior, get out of my room.
All right, chat, go ahead and cast your vote. Go and vote for the favorite clip you have. Otherwise, we're going to hack you in the top. Let's go. All right, cool. That was the clip countdown. For all you AI lovers, check this one out. We got a bunch for you here. Netflix, starting with Netflix, they are rolling out AI-generated ads starting in 2026. Including interactive mid-roll ads and pause ads. These new formats will use generative AI to personalize the ad experience, which will potentially adjust content based on the behavior or preferences of the user. The goal is to make the ads more engaging, with Netflix claiming that the viewers pay as much attention to the ads as they do to the shows themselves. YouTube is introducing a new AI-powered ad format as well. It's called Peak Point. They're going to be using Google's Gemini AI, and they're going to be trying to find the most engaging moments or the most emotional moments in a video. Basically, where the video peaks, that's when they're going to be rolling out an ad, or right after, I suppose. So the idea here is to grab the viewer's attention when they are the most interested, which will be boosting an ad recall. And probably was inevitable, but ChatGPT is now receiving more monthly visitors than Wikipedia. This is information that's coming from GWI, that's a consumer research agency. David Leitch, that's the director of The Fall Guy. He is talking to Netflix about creating a live-action Gears of War movie. The movie is going to be written by John Spaihts, who is a Dune screenwriter. It's also going to be produced by Leitch's partner, Kelly McCormick, and game developer The Coalition. The story will be following a squad led by Marcus Phoenix as they battle monstrous creatures threatening humanity. And then apparently Netflix is planning on following the movie with an animated series. Upcoming film Odyssey, The Odyssey, is going to be the first ever film shot entirely in IMAX. That comes after the massive success of Oppenheimer's performance on IMAX. And Nolan has now committed to shooting this movie completely on these improved 70mm film cameras. Nolan pushed IMAX to upgrade its cameras, so they're now lighter, quieter, and better suited for a full-length feature. 10 inmates escaped from a New Orleans jail through this hole, a hole behind the toilet. Maybe not that crazy, I guess. Prison escapes happen every once in a while. What was fun is that the inmates took their sweet time to leave a few drawings and messages just above the hole, such as this one, an arrow pointing at the hole, and then it just said, "Too easy." Well, to easy. LOL. So yeah, tiny bit of taunting. Should be mentioned that 2 of the inmates have already been caught, but 8 of them still remain on the run. Cool. Those were some of the Nym's News Network news. What else we got? Hey, Nym, today I found out the Great Wall of China is 4 times longer than the width of the U.S. All right. U.S. Department of Homeland Security is working on a battle royale reality show in which 100 immigrants will compete for the right to stay in the U.S. and the losers get deported. The Empire strikes back with F-bombs. AI Darth Vader goes rogue with profanity. What?
Freaking. Fucking. Such vulgarity does not become you.
Not allowed.
Spanish, a useful tongue for smugglers and spice traders. Its strategic value is very well. Hawk Tua. These skibidi toilets. Are they some new form of rebel alliance?
Can you riz me up?
If riz equates to mastery of the force, apprentice, then my riz is unquestionable. Aura farming. Are you suggesting I concern myself with trivial aesthetics? Hatsune Miku, you inquire about mommy ASMR. Explain this phenomenon. Does it involve lullabies or some other form of psychological manipulation? Tell me. The gritty, is that some form of involuntary muscle?
I had no idea this was a thing, though. What the hell? The future is now.